Hey everybody, this is Jets Chaos, and today we're going to be talking about JD. Is he doing a good job? Is he doing enough? Why didn't he get Tyreek Hill when he could have? Why doesn't he go for Devontae Adams? Why isn't he adding these big stars to our team so we have a chance to win for a change? Huh? Is that what's wrong with JD? I think it might be. I'm going to do some research right now. I'm going to figure this out for you right now. Just come back and join me right after this. Oh, I just realized something. We're going to talk about that, but I forgot to do something. I was supposed to order myself a large pie. I gotta call Tony's. They got the best pizza around here now. I found this new place. I'm gonna order a pie, get my pizza on the way, and then we'll start this up. So just bear with me here. I'm gonna call this guy right now. Just bear with me. Come on. And so I hope they're not closed. It's getting kind of late.
Tony's Demolition and Pest Control.
Demolition and pest control. Hey, I was trying to order a pizza. This is not Tony's Pizza anymore.
Are you kidding me? You got the wrong number, bud. What are you doing?
Well, I just needed to eat something. I'm doing this Jet show. I'm recording something for my Jets fans right now, and I like to get in the mood and have pizza. And I thought this was Tony's Pizza.
You're lucky you're a Jet fan. I'm a Jet fan. You're kidding me. I've been a Jet fan for years.
Get out of here.
Wait, what pizzeria are you trying to call, bud?
I was trying to call Tony's Pizza. Like I thought somebody told me that the best pizza around here, anywhere near San Francisco, is Tony's.
San Francisco? This is the Bronx.
Oh, jeez. I put the wrong area code in.
Jesus. What are you doing there? What's
Well, I'm right now recording a live show. Like, it's not really live. I'm recording it, and I'm going to put it live for people to listen to. I'm talking about JD and how he's screwing up the Jets because he's not trading for Devontae Adams. He's not getting these big names.
Stop. What did you say? Are you crazy?
Well, like we didn't get Devontae Adams.
No. Listen, I'm tired. Are you watching the same thing I'm watching?
We could have traded our draft picks and gotten Kirk Cousins when Aaron Rodgers got hurt.
Listen. JD, this guy, you got time? I mean, am I going to ruin your thing there, or are you going to listen?
I mean, I guess you don't sound like the kind of guy I want to piss off.
Oh, no, you definitely, listen, pay attention, please. Listen to me. Do me a favor.
All right.
You got a computer there available?
Yeah, I'm on it.
That's good. That's good. Pay attention, okay?
Okay.
I want you to pull up, let's see, the Jets draft history, okay? Pull it up for me, please.
Okay, I could do that. I'll go to our lads. Let me. I think I could share screen here.
Joe Douglas we're talking about here. Okay.
Okay. Let me see if I can find this and then share it with everybody. So we're looking for the Jets history here, right? Okay. Well, I got the rosters, New York Jets depth chart. So
no, the actual Jets draft history. Just type that in.
Okay.
And it should pop up. It'll come up on the Pro Football Reference, I think.
Okay. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to type it in right now. Hopefully it's still sharing. Jets, New York Jets draft history. And Pro Reference. There it is. Look at that. I didn't know you could do that.
Okay. Now, what do you see? Who's the oldest drafted player on that roster?
Well, I got to make.
Look at 2018. Is there a player on the Jets right now from that roster? 2018, 2017, any year you want to look at prior to 2019. Could you find one player that's still on the Jets?
Well, let me look here. We'll bring it up so
what
people.
What are you looking for?
I can see. I want people.
You already know. There's not one.
Okay. Well, wait a second. So I'm going to 2018.
Right. Is there a player still on the Jets from 2018?
Well, let's see. We took Sam Darnold. We took Nathan Shepard, Chris Herndon, Perry Nicholson. I don't even remember him. Fukasi. Well, he's not on the team anymore. Cannon Trenton, he played a little bit, but no, none of the guys are left from 2018. So big deal.
You could keep on going back as far as you can. You're lucky if you find 2-3 players still in football. Okay, maybe 4. Okay, I don't even want to waste time on that one.
Jamal Adams and Marcus May, they're still
right.
not.
They did something with Adams. At least they got something back from the guy. Okay, but that was pathetic. The reason the Jets have always been terrible for the past who knows how many years is that they constantly change everything. They change systems, they change coaches, they change everything. It's consistent. They can't get in their own way fast enough. It's consistently the same exact problems. Okay, you hire a GM, you hire a new coach, you hire new coordinators. You keep on going. You draft players. 3 years later, they realize they made a mistake, and they get a new coordinator who can't use the players that he already had, and you start them from scratch. How many times are you going to start from scratch? They got one player, Quentin Williams, that's worth anything. Yes or no?
That's from 2019, and he's the only one left from 2019.
Not right. Now, 2020, they tried to save one of the only players that was prior from 2018. They tried to save the quarterback by giving him a left tackle and trying to get him. They threw that draft together. It wasn't even a draft. I don't even think they thought about what they were doing. Okay, he just tried to save the kid. Okay, now go to the next draft. What do you see there?
In 2020?
After the Becton draft, which that's going out the window any day now too, right?
Yeah. So 2021 is Zach Wilson.
Oh, don't get me started.
Elijah Vera Tucker keeps getting hurt.
Where did he go?
Keeps getting hurt.
No, come on. Where is he?
He's still here.
He's hurt. He's a good player.
Yeah, he's still here. Elijah Moore.
Elijah Moore. What happened to him?
Well, we traded him. We got Michael Carter still here. Jamie Sherwood still here.
Which one?
Well, we got one Michael Carter. One of them's not here, and one of them is.
Okay, so right. Look what's happening here. It's the same issues.
You're right.
Okay.
Because Pinnock is gone. We gave up on him too soon. I haven't heard the name Nazaldine in a long time. The only one, Jonathan Marshall's gone. I mean, we just have Eccles, Zach Wilson, who's benched, and Vera Tucker, who's hurt. Wow.
Okay, now here's the thing. In all fairness, okay, he started with a barren roster, right?
Uh-huh.
If you're in New York, okay, it's really tough to build a team because the fan base goes one way, ownership listens to the fans, and they start doing things that aren't that great. Okay, that's been the problem with the Jets for years, and it won't go away. Okay, they need to put their foot down and say, listen, JD, you're getting a couple more years. This is it. Okay, let's go over the actual team. Okay, if you want to compare how to build an actual team, you got to compare it to winning teams in the NFL. The Jets don't do that. They go their own way. They fly their own height, whatever you want to call it. They always make the same exact mistake over and over and over. They don't give players the proper chance. They give the players, certain players that are showing absolutely nothing, they give them 30 games. It's the same exact thing over and over and over. Now, how do you fix that? You build it through the draft. What do the fans want? You said it before. Who do they want to trade for now?
They want like Devontae Adams. They want to trade all our draft picks and get him.
Right. Okay. The same exact mistakes. If we're going to look at the real teams in the NFL that are winning games right now or playing in first place, playing for the thing, and you're going to see a difference. But the Jets constantly make the same mistakes. Okay. We'll talk about Rodgers. You want to talk about Rodgers, but let's go finish this draft thing first, okay? Because Rodgers was a mistake too. And you're going to see that because it only happens for the Jets. This is not a playoff roster yet. Okay.
Okay.
But they got some serious talent. Okay. There's a difference. You got a playoff roster after another 2 years, another year, you're looking really good if they do the right thing, but constantly making the same mistakes. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we went when we took Zach Wilson. Like, it sounds from what you're saying that we should have just kept Sam Darnold and taken more, like traded down and taken all those draft picks instead.
But you're 100% right. That was, I mean, I don't want to talk about Zach Wilson. That's another story. I could tell you all day what to look for in a quarterback if you want, okay? Or how to draft an offensive line or how to build it. You could do all of that in another day because I don't have all night for this.
So you wouldn't trade our next 2 first-round picks for Devontae Adams?
Oh, what are you, crazy?
Miami.
I mean, really, they want to do something like that, but you look at the roster after we're done and tell me if you would do that. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, seriously, it's the same exact mistakes they want to do over and over and over. You look at every other team that's doing well. Let's go a total different way and build it a different way than they are. Okay. Now let's pull up the Jets' actual roster. On I guess our list, they're really good.
Okay.
Okay.
That's who I have. I usually use them. So let me find them here. Oh, okay, and there they are. So you want me to do the depth chart or the roster for the New York Jets?
Let's do the depth chart on our list.
Okay, fine. I got them right now. This year's depth chart.
How many starters do they have that were drafted?
Well, let's see.
This past week.
One.
Or whatever comes up. What do you think?
Are we counting unrestricted free agents?
No.
I mean, or
drafted players.
Drafted players. Garrett Wilson, Mekhi Becton, that's 2.
Becton didn't play. Warren played, right?
Well, he got hurt in the middle of the game, but you're right. Well, both of them are drafted.
Yeah, okay, that's 2.
It still counts as 1. Okay, so 1, 2, and then Tippmann 3.
Mitchell
3, Mitchell 4, and then 4, Brees Hall 5 on offense.
And what about the defense?
The defense 6, Quinnen Williams 7, Jermaine Johnson. Sauce Gardner makes 8.
And Carter, you can't even count because he's a nickel back. He's not on every package. He's like 8.5.
Okay.
You're not even. You're probably not bringing Mitchell back as a starter. Yes or no?
That's probably the reality. Yeah, definitely.
Right. Okay. We'll keep it with a couple of question marks, right?
Right.
Okay. Now let's go to another one. Let's look at returning starters for the Jets. Now this is a beauty. Okay. You want chemistry and consistency, right?
Absolutely.
Why do you think they always stink? Think about it. I mean, it's constantly the same exact thing with the Jets.
Well, I'm going to go to the Jets' historical lineups. I use that all the time.
Right. Go to historical lineups and pull the 22 lineup. Okay. Let's see how many players actually are returning starters.
Okay. Well, Zach Wilson by accident. It was supposed to be Aaron Rodgers.
Zach Wilson doesn't count because he's not there. Okay.
Michael Carter, running back.
He's not there either.
Right. And then Corey Davis.
No, he's not there either, bud.
Garrett Wilson.
Okay, you got 1. Now just go to the ones that we know are there. We'll be here in 3.5 days with this team.
Garrett Wilson, Tyler Conklin, CJ Uzomah.
No, Uzoma's not a starter.
That's true. He's benched.
We got Wilson Conklin so far.
That's right. Dwayne Brown, left tackle.
No, he's not. He's not starting.
Laken Tomlinson.
That's number 3.
Okay, well, I mean, the guys last year that started at the end were Nate Herberg and Cedric Obaduguhi. And Connor McGovern's.
You could go all day. There's 3 returning starters.
Well, here we got something. Quinton Williams.
Okay, that's number 4 on defense.
Okay.
But hold on. The offense has 3 returning starters.
Right. As of right now, yes.
Okay. What the hell is that?
Are other teams any better?
Oh, wait. Oh. Jeremy, let me tell you something. We got to change your name to Paulie or something. I can't talk to a Jeremy. Listen up.
Okay, I could be a Paulie, I guess.
Okay, listen. Seriously. They got 3 returning starters on offense. What kind of chemistry? They give you a new offensive coordinator. Okay. I don't even want to talk about the quarterback because that was a mistake. But they want to bring in a brand new quarterback and bring a couple of players from another team over with them, throw them behind an offensive line that currently has 1 returning starter, and they expect to do what?
Compete for the playoffs. We wanted to make the playoffs, even when Rodgers got hurt.
You don't play for the playoffs. You play for the Super Bowl. You want to build a team. Everybody's saying, oh, the window's going to shut. Watch, the window didn't even open yet. Okay? Everybody's complaining, oh, yeah, we got to do this, we got to do that. Pay attention. You paying attention?
Yeah.
Okay, listen to me. That's 3, right? You got 3 on offense. That is pathetic. Okay? Go to the defense. Now you see why it's a defense.
But by the way, I just have to say, I just noticed the roster from 2021 is nothing like the roster from last year, and the roster from 2020 is nothing like the roster from 21, and the roster offensive linemen from 19 are nothing like the ones from 2020. We've only had one offensive lineman repeat themselves, and that was Connor McGovern. Otherwise, it looks different every year.
Yeah, but okay, let's be Jet fans now.
Okay.
Now, I'm mad a little bit at the rest of the Jet fans, okay?
Okay.
Let's go get who's the offensive lineman on that's out there right now that's available? Collins?
Yeah, didn't they want him? They wanted Leon Collins or something.
Oh, no, everybody. Listen, excuse me, let's just throw him on the line and everything's great. Doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
That's what they want to do. Consistently, the same thing. Now, next year, you're going to roll it back. The only guy that played this year on offensive line, you're going to roll it back with hopefully 2, Tittman and Tomlinson. And one of them you don't even want. Okay? Yes or no?
Yeah, I mean, we might not keep Becton, and Dwayne Brown is gone. They don't want Mitchell to start. Everybody wants a better starter than Mitchell.
Okay, so what are we doing? We're already starting at 24 in a hole. But Jet fans want to go trade 2 picks for a 32-year-old. I mean, he's a great player. I mean, we'll use him later in a different conversation. But he's not Jet material right now. Okay, now we're done with that, right? We're done with. What are the defense?
Okay, here we are. Defensive line. John Franklin Myers.
Right.
Okay. Sheldon Rankins.
No.
Okay. Oh, Quinton Williams.
That's number 2.
Okay. Carl Lawson.
No,
he doesn't play. Okay. Quincy Williams.
Yeah.
Okay. C.J. Mosley.
Yeah.
Okay. Quan Alexander.
No.
Okay. T.J. Reed.
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
LaMarcus Joyner. No. Jordan Whitehead.
Yeah. Now the defense is a little better because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys returning.
Well, that shows in the way they play because that's the best part of our team.
Right, but they have 7 returning starters.
Right.
Okay, and they also got some really high quality returning starters. That's why the Jet defense is so far ahead of the offense. But the solution is for all Jet fans and for Woody Johnson. Okay, I got a bone to pick with that guy. Okay, if you know anybody who get me in touch with that guy, I'd love to talk to him. Okay, we need to make that guy some type of offer. I don't know. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in all seriousness, okay, How are we doing this? How is a team going to try to put that on the field and call it a Super Bowl roster? Okay, that's not how it's done. Now let's go look at the real teams. I'm a Jet fan. Okay, I love the good players we got, the young talent we got. I love Rucky. All these, Titman looks like he's going to be a good guy. Hopefully, ABT comes back nice. There's a lot of good going on here.
Mm-hmm.
It's not all negative, okay? The Jet fan base wants to trash the team. There's a lot of positives going on here, and they could be real good within a year or two if they do the right thing, okay? The quarterback, Rodgers, has nothing to say about what needs to happen here. He needs a talking to be honest with you.
Like a sit down.
Well, I could sit down. Yeah, exactly. He needs to be talked to.
All right.
He's a good guy. I'm sure he's a great player. He's one of the best. He's got to be a top 3 quarterback of all time, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna get to that. We're good quarterback switching teams too. Now let's go to other teams, okay, and see exactly what's wrong with the Jets.
What team do you want to look at?
Look at the first place team. Start with the Chiefs. Okay, we're going to look at 2 things. How many drafted starters they have.
Okay.
And how many drafted starters they have that have been on the team prior to 2020. Okay? Now, we can't make a breakdown of all the teams that we want to look at. We'll be here until tomorrow morning, okay?
Right. So let me look up the Kansas City Chiefs starting lineups.
Right.
Okay.
On our list, right? You're going to our last step chart.
Oh, I thought I could find them.
No, that'll give you the years they were drafted.
Okay. Let me see if I could find the Chiefs, because I found the Jets. I think I just have to go backwards and select the Chiefs, and it would be that simple. Okay.
Are you with me here?
Yeah, I'm with you. You make me a little nervous. A little nervous. Okay, Kansas City depth chart, right? Okay. Look, I gotta share the screen because I'm making a video here, and I think this is good stuff that people might want to see. So, yeah.
You got it?
Okay, I'm here. Kansas City Chiefs.
The Chiefs. You're using our ledge, so it shows you the draft, the year they were drafted?
Yeah, I can see all their drafts.
Okay. Start counting. So you're going to be up to 16, 15, 16 drafted players on that team, I'm sure.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to the defense. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wow, even there.
16 drafted starters.
Yeah.
Okay, how many of them were drafted prior to 2020?
Wow, well, we had one. They have let's see. Here's one, Travis Kelce, right? Yeah. Patrick Mahomes, 2017, so that's 2. Chris Jones, that's 3. Derek Nottie, that's 4. Bunch of guys in 2020, but the 4 guys that were before 2019.
Okay, right. Now, what kind of veteran leadership do the Chiefs have?
Well, let's see. Chris Jones, that's pretty good veteran. And they got Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. Okay. Pretty good leadership right there.
Who do the Jets have? Quentin Williams, he's a great player. Okay?
Yeah.
He deserves to be on that list. Now, picture it in 2 years when we're talking about Gardner being there, and you're talking about Garrett Wilson being there, and JJ being there, right?
Yeah.
That's how you build a team, not how the Jets want to do it. If they take back those 2 picks they gave away for Rodgers, okay, and they don't trade for Adams, right?
Yeah.
If they get a top 5 pick and they don't decide that they don't want to pick a quarterback that they can't get May or Williams, and they want to trade down and pick a quarterback a little bit later, which they need to draft a quarterback. But the fan base, they want to go someplace else because they want to build, they want to get, an offensive lineman that you could stuff on the O line and gel, automatically within 6 games. So a 40-year-old quarterback, coming back from an Achilles injury, right? He could lead the team to a Super Bowl, right? While you're returning Tomlinson is the only guy that's really played the previous year in Tippett. It's not happening. I guess so. No.
I mean, it's hard to expect a rookie to step in on the offensive line and make, I mean, we get lucky sometimes, but to expect it, I mean, that's usually you need time.
3 guys. You got to gel 5 guys just on the O line. Okay, to do this. Now you can make a whole nother, we'll probably do, I'm just starting to like you. Don't get me ticked off, okay?
Okay.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. No, I really, you sound like a good guy. Now pull up the next team real quick. Pull up the Ravens.
Okay. Pull the Ravens. Where are you, Ravens? Okay, here they are.
Okay, you could count there. You're going to be there a while also.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And even some of the others were undrafted free agents, I see.
Okay, now this surprises me, okay? Because who has ties to the Ravens? Douglas.
Joe Douglas.
Right. Now, this is where the fan base doesn't get, okay? Joe Douglas wants to build a team that way, and you're going to look at the Eagles when you're going to, the same type of thing going on, okay? He wants to build it the right way, okay? And I don't want to open up a can of worms here, okay? But I think somebody put a lot of input into taking a quarterback with that number 2 pick. I think he might have preferred, okay? I think he had the wrong advisor. He should get, a wise guy type guy in his ear that wants to draft like 5 fat guys, 5 ugly fat guys for the whatchamacallit here, for the offensive line. He needs a real good advisor, okay?
Yeah.
Somebody, you got to talk to the ownership here because something happened there that should never have happened. They should have never made that move. That was horrible. Okay. Anybody in their right mind, if you're looking at a team that was probably returning, they had one drafted starter that was capable of anything, and Quinton Williams. What were they thinking? Yes or no?
Yeah, they weren't thinking.
Right. And they really blew it on that. If you could have came back with the left tackle, what's the guy's name that's on Detroit, right? I think he's Detroit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Oh, Sewell.
Right. They could have came back with him after a trade down. Still had 2 picks coming to him. Okay. I mean, they could have came back with anything. Yeah. It's ridiculous. They could have came back with a guard, a center, and him just by trading down.
Yeah.
Okay. But what do? That's another story. Let's go to the next one. The Ravens have 4 guys. Make it quick. 4 guys over 19 and before. Draft, right?
That's true. That Lamar Jackson is from 18, and let's see. Marlon Humphrey, and a lot of undrafted free agents. I'll tell you that. They got a.
That's the way you build a team.
Yeah. Ronnie Stanley.
Yeah, I think it's 3 or 4. I think it's 4 actually. I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, there's a few, and then there's some unrestricted free agents that were like Michael Pierce was in there forever.
Who's next? Go to the Jaguars real quick.
Okay.
Now this is a younger team.
Right.
Okay? because they have their drafted quarterback that they took 3 years ago. This isn't the same as an older team that has an older quarterback, right?
Right.
Okay. What do you see there? They have 11-2. Okay, let's do this one quick. I'm going to handle
1,
this.
2, 3.
It's going to take a lot of time in. The Jaguars, they drafted a quarterback. They're building them around them. They have 11 drafted starters. They have 2 that were there for 19 since 19 or before. Okay.
Yep.
They have one more good year. Okay, and they have. I didn't look at their offensive line, but if they make sure that they take care of that offensive line for this kid Lawrence, they're going to be in the playoff hunt for the next who knows how many years. You know where the Jets going to be if they don't draft a quarterback?
Nowhere.
Right. Okay. And this is what the Jet fans want. They want to go get. I love the guy. He's a great player. But are you crazy? Okay. Even if, I don't want to sign. Talk about signing free agents. That's another story. Okay. They don't even know how to use free agents. Free agency is to fill in your roster at the end, the back end of your roster. Okay. Free agency is meant to do 2 things. If you got a bona fide playoff roster, like the Ravens do, okay, or like the Chiefs do, or the Eagles do, and you have money to go out and get one more star to put you over the top, that's when you make the splash. Or if you're a team that wants to build like the Jets, and they see a player like Reed hanging out there that a team is expendable because they can't afford him, or he's an excess cornerback, whatever. And you personally like him and want to, that's how you build, that's where you add a player. You don't add a player throwing, let's throw money at Collins. Let's go get the Green Bay, what's his name, the left tackle. Okay, let's go get a 30-whatever-year-old left tackle coming off 2 injuries to save the day. Yes or no?
That never works.
Okay, but I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm telling
you? Yeah.
Okay, you think they will?
I hope.
Seriously, you got to talk to these people. I'm getting a little upset here.
Okay, I got to tell these fans that because they're all screaming that we.
Right. I mean, come on.
Everybody's screaming that we need to go out and trade for these guys or sign these free agents and slap together this offensive line that way. Sounds like we just need to draft a lot of offensive linemen every year until we get it together.
Exactly. Let me tell you something. A lot of these people, they lack respect. Okay, it's disrespect. The Jets got disrespected on national TV. Okay, when they went for it on the Miami on the couple where they should have kicked the field goal, right?
Yeah.
You saw that, right?
Yeah.
It was a smack in the Jets' face.
Right.
Okay, we don't put up with that no more. It needs to end.
Yeah.
Okay, how do you do that? You draft your own guys who have heart and want to go out there. Okay, you don't draft somebody else's leftovers. You don't sign. That's not how you build a team.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go to the next one. Who we have to? Let's do the Eagles. Okay. There's a couple of beauties in here. Okay, but let's look at the Eagles.
Okay, I'm going to go to them right now. Eagles.
We're just talking. I'm not talking about. I don't like the Dolphins. They got 11-4. 11 drafted, 4 returning. Okay.
Yeah, look at that. That's a great team.
Don't ever bring up the Dolphins again.
I'll never. I will not bring up the Dolphins.
Okay.
But wow, look at all these.
About Belichick either, whatever.
Look at all these Eagles like that were drafted.
They have 11 drafted and 5 returning starters. Okay, that are over. They have 5 guys that are over 19 year 19 and before. Okay, that's another true Super Bowl Chiefs, true Super Bowl roster. The Ravens, okay, that's a Super Bowl roster. The Eagles, they definitely have a Super Bowl roster. Okay, you ready for the next one?
Sure.
The 49ers. Now, if you haven't noticed anything, right? Every single first place team has a better roster than the Jets do. Okay? A stronger, more chemistry. Okay? I'm not even talking about coaching. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, they want to change the system all the time. They get rid of Michael Floyd, who's an offensive friggin' genius. Okay, the kid's young. He makes mistakes. He's lacking the terminology to teach. He might lack the terminology to teach a real quarterback. They bring in a guy like Hackett, who has a NFL Hall of Fame quarterback for 3 years, calling his own plays, and now they expect Boyle, okay, to do the same thing. And the fans are beating on this poor kid who played 3 games, started 3 games in the NFL. Okay. Meanwhile, they give the other kid 30 games and he's throwing it to the opposing team's cheerleaders. I mean, come on, man. Yes or no?
Yeah, Mike LaFleur seemed to do pretty well when it wasn't Zach Wilson at quarterback.
Yeah, but we could talk all day. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna. Oh yeah, but he. Oh yeah. Oh, the buts. When you say but, okay, but 1,000 times, that's not your guy. Okay. The problem with Zach is another. You could go if you want to know how to draft a quarterback. Okay, you look exactly at what's wrong with Zach Wilson, and then you will find a quarterback. That's what the issue is. Okay, they're looking in the wrong places. It's not that complicated to get it right. Trust.
Hey, it's interesting. I was gonna do a show where I look at how to draft a quarterback. Maybe I should call you.
Let me tell you, if we do that, we might have to call Woody himself. Okay. But yeah, that's fine. We could talk about that on a future date. Okay. I mean, if you, what's going on here? I'm losing money on this. No, I'm kidding. No, I didn't say that on your future famous, thing here.
Well, it might get famous now. I mean, who else calls a place trying to order pizza and gets expert advice?
Yeah, exactly. Right. Okay. Now let's go back here. The 49ers, right?
Sure.
15-5. Okay.
Yeah.
15-5. I believe they have 16 returning players.
Yeah, it's a lot. Even their kicker and their punter.
Okay, but they have 15 drafted, 5 over from 19 and before, and I believe they have 16 plus returning starters. Okay, that is a Super Bowl roster. Okay, now that's another one that Salah came from, right? Now, the Jets have all the answers. They're right in front of them. The Ravens, the Eagles, the Niners, right? What do the fans want? They want honors, okay? Are you crazy? Now, the other one is, we got to draft an offensive lineman in the first round to fix this guy. Drafting an offensive lineman, okay, it's not that complicated, okay? There's certain things you got to look for there, too, but what do I know, okay? What do I know, Jeremy?
You seem to know a lot.
Jeremy, I can't hear you. I better understand what you're saying here.
You seem to be an expert on this stuff, like you've been watching for years.
Okay, listen. Let's go. Now we understand the 49ers are going to do something here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Now let's go to the next one that is a little bit upsetting to me because this is what the Jets should be already. Let's look at the Lions.
Oh, yeah.
How many guys do you count on that team?
Let's see. Wow, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You need a calculator.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Okay.
Oh, everybody was drafted.
4 of them are from prior to 2019. Now, what do you think Williams is feeling when he sees these teams, right? And he's the only leader of that coming out of that tunnel, okay? And he's playing teams with 5 guys that have been there for 5, 10, 8, who knows how many years, right? Yeah. What are the Jets trying now? What do they want to do? It's the same thing over and over and over, okay? Now, this is my last one. And this is a good one because this sort of ties you in with what we're talking about in the Super Bowl with Rodgers, okay? Look at the Saints roster. Do you have it up yet?
It's coming right now. All right. New Orleans Saints depth chart. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 players drafted on their roster.
That's a lot.
Yep. And they got they got a
How many prior to, you're going to fall over when you see how many prior to 2019. I'm sure they have at least 5, if not 6.
well, they got this one, they got 2. Oh, here's 3. There's 4. There's 4, but I think it's because some of them might be hurt. So if I look right here, that's 5. If you look at the backups.
Okay, well, we get what we're talking about here, right?
Yeah.
The Jets had 11 returning starters, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they only had, they had 8.5 drafted. The Jets only had 8.5 drafted.
Yeah.
So now you're looking at these teams. You have 16 drafted, 14, 11, 15, 11, 11, 15, 13,
Yeah.
15. That's crazy. Okay? Do you see why the Jets aren't ready?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. Just when you look at their offensive line, do you know that 4 of their starters are from 2015, 2017, 2019, 2020? 4 out of the 5 offensive linemen.
Right. That's the Saints.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You're talking about, you can't even compare the rosters of these teams. And this is what they do. This is a constant mistake Woody Johnson does. Okay, he rotates the GM, he changes the coach, he changes the coordinators, he changes everything, he changes the players, the system, and then he starts all over. By the time you get a roster old enough and good enough with enough chemistry to actually play in the playoffs and the Super Bowl, they start over again.
Mm.
It's the same issues over and over. Now, do me a favor, okay? This is really important. I was against, getting Rodgers at that point, okay? They should have waited on getting the veteran quarterback until they finished the actual roster, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Rodgers, who could you compare Rodgers to in the NFL as a player that big name, okay, that went to another team? Give me the most obvious one. A quarterback that changed teams.
Tom Brady.
Brady, what team?
Tampa Bay.
Okay. If you look at the Tampa Bay roster, okay, how many returning starters did they have that year?
Okay, I have to go. I have to go to that year. So
I'm going to tell you, okay? They had 15 returning starters, okay? That's crazy. The other thing that they did is they added a second All-Pro with Brady, okay?
Yes.
They added who? A Hall of Fame tight end.
Gronk.
Correct?
They are. Yeah, Gronk.
Right. Okay, so they added Brady and Gronk to a veteran team returning 15 starters. What the hell did this guy give? They signed a 40-year-old, 39, whatever he is, Rodgers, okay? And they give him Lazard, okay? Are you crazy? That's what they give him. Now, you can't go out and pay for other stuff here, okay? Because they only have 8 drafted starters. They got to draft players here to get a roster. They only have 11, returning starters. You can't just keep on bringing people in and rotating the crowd. Right?
Yeah, if you look at the number of starters that were drafted and there for years when they got Brady, you're talking about guys like Chris Goodwin, Mike Evans, Donovan Smith, Ali Marpet, Alex Kappa, Tristan Wirfs. They had all these guys via draft. OJ Howard. Then they got Gronk and Brady. They got Ronald Jones. They had, and that's just the offense. Then when you go to the defense, there's a whole list of more players like
You
Golston.
can't.
Yeah,
It's not. You can't. Right? Am I right or wrong? You can't compare it. That's why it's not happening. You signed a 39-year-old quarterback, and you put him behind an offensive line that has one returning starter, right? Or two. McGovern. They begged McGovern. They gave him what, $600 minimum contract almost, and he took it to come back. That was the returning starter. Him and Tomlinson, who you're dying to get rid of. That's what they're doing here. That's ridiculous. Now pull up the other guy. There's another one that changed names. The guy in the Rams. What was his name?
Oh, Stafford.
Right.
Stafford.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
How many returning starters do you think Stafford had?
Oh, I'm willing to bet more than the Jets when they
15.
15. What was that? 21?
I believe so. He had 15 returning starters. They added Stafford, and they added another Hall of Famer with Stafford.
Let's look at them.
Do you have any idea? Defensive player.
Let's see. Well, they had Aaron Darnold, of course, and they had
Von Miller.
Then they picked up Von Miller.
Right.
They also had Jalen. They also had Jalen Ramsey.
Right. Okay, but they added to Stafford and Von Miller to a team that had Aaron Donald and who else? Jalen Ramsey?
Yeah.
Right. Is that going to work? Definitely. Yes or no?
Yeah, yeah. That's. He already went to a team that had a very seasoned roster. Lots of players here that were there for years, developed, played together for a long time.
So here's the thing, okay? Now you got all these, these younger fans. Oh, but it worked with who was that guy? The one I went to Denver. What's his name?
Peyton Manning.
Right. Manning didn't win his first year. Correct?
Correct.
He didn't win his second year either.
It took till his third season with them, at least.
Exactly. He didn't win right away. Okay? Manning's also Manning. Okay? It was a different time back then. It's not the same as it is now. Okay? Now, you're playing under a whole new set of rules. Whole new set of offenses, okay? It's an offensive friendly game. Meanwhile, you got an offensive friendly game, and you don't even know who your offensive line is. Okay? It's ridiculous. And this is what the Jet fans fall for all the time. Same old Jets. This is exactly what they mean. Let's make the same mistakes. Let's go get Adams. Instead of drafting, let's just rehash this for a second. If you go back, right? Are you paying attention here? This is very important.
Yes.
Okay. If you go back and if they trade down from 2 and they take the what's his name, the 49er offer.
Okay? Oh my God. They got like 3 first-round picks that year. Right. Yeah, they would have been loaded with picks.
Okay. Then you sign Mike White, you have Donald. Okay. Now you draft Howell. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A year, 2 years later. Okay. You draft Howell. You have another 2 picks that you didn't trade for Rodgers. Okay. Add those 5 guys to this team. Okay. Yep. You have 14 drafted starters. You have a really good young quarterback in Howell. If Donald doesn't work out, you could still trade Donald, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got a totally different outlook. That's where the Jets messed up. And it's consistent. It's the same exact story. You go back, Quentin Williams is the oldest drafted guy on the team. That is horrible. Okay? It is pathetic. And this is exactly what the Jet fan wants. Let's go get Adams. Let's go do this. Let's go trade for the injured left tackle of the Green Bay Packers. Okay? This is the ideas that they constantly come up with. Okay? Now, you want to talk about free agency? Okay? How it's supposed to be used compared to how the Jet fans want them to use it. Excuse me. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Reed is a young defensive back that they basically stole from Seattle, right?
Yeah. Great finds.
Okay. That is the type of player that you add to your roster in free agency. Okay? You do not, you fill in the back end of your roster. I told you this already. Okay? You got to rehash it for these people. You fill in the back end of your roster. Okay? Somebody on your offensive line, somebody, your fourth defensive tackle. Excuse me. That's what you do with free agency. And then you go shop around for that one younger player that might help you out. But what do the Jet fans want? They want Collins. Okay? They want the 40-year-old tackle. That's what they want. That's where we have issues. Right or wrong?
No, you're right. We're always chasing guys that have had better days, like at the end of their career. I mean, that's what everybody wants. They want the name instead of. But the best signings we made weren't going for the name. It was guys like Reed, guys like Jefferson, guys that we picked up for good deals that are solid and filling their role.
Okay, you know what? I'm really happy that you dialed the wrong number. Okay? Because I wanted to get that off my chest. It's been building up, and I can't hold that type of, judging from my background, I can't have that hanging over me. You understand?
I got it. Hey, I appreciate it. Wow, that was great. I will keep all that in mind and try to let some people know everything you just told me. And is there any way you could get some pizza for me, freeze it, and send it out here to Sacramento?
This isn't a pizzeria.
I had to try.
Okay, it's not a pizzeria.
Okay.
There's actually some really good pizzerias, though. I'll tell you right now.
Bet.
But that's another conversation.
Okay.
So take care, Jeremy.
All right. Thanks, man.
You got it.